Now back to the #1 truth fighter in Boston, the Warren Ballentine Show, only on News Talk 1090 AM, WILD Boston, where information is power.
You can follow us on Twitter under Truth Fighter, the numerical #1, or the Facebook fan page. It is a page with a picture of me. That is the only one. Any other page is just a page somebody else has got up there as a fan. If you're just joining us, just tuning in, we're still collecting money for the children. You can go to investtf.com, hit school fund as we raise money for our children. We're going to help 2 schools this month, and hopefully we'll do it every month. Thank you, Anita Richardson, Roger Stevens, Wally Nerdin. Thank you, Delessie Newman, Robert Lynch, and Bronny Mouse. You know, I want to say this to you as well. If you want a franchise opportunity, I want you to email us at truthfighters@gmail.com. I need to know the city and state you're in because I'm trying to group the people together so you guys can have the opportunity to buy franchises. In the same way I brought Docs on here, we're going to do other franchises as well. But I want to get you guys working together and pooled together as a community, working together. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've been talking about our community. And I've been talking about the church because so many people got mad at me yesterday because I said something about pastors and pimps and all this other stuff. And like I said, if your pastor and your congregation is doing the right thing, I'm not talking to you. Please do not take it personal. But I have to say this. Let me use something that somebody put on Twitter. They just posted this on Twitter, on my Twitter page. And it's the perfect analogy. We've watched for years how our community has just deteriorated right before our eyes. And nobody stood up and done anything about it. And I'm saying, look, I got to bring the church in on this because if everybody knows God, everybody loves God, everybody trusts God, you saints and everything else, why are you not taking your communities back? Because you can't be afraid to die. Because if you really know, then you know you're going to heaven. So what are you afraid of? But this tweet was the perfect analogy here. If the KKK came and set up shop in your neighborhood, you would lose your mind. But yet these gangs set up shop all the time and you say nothing at all. Nothing. Somebody else put on Facebook. I see, you're going to always have a ninja like this. Always. There's always going to be one ninja like this out of the group. He think he a special ninja. He wrote, Warren, I think you're hilarious. These same young men you are blasting the church for not going to take the streets back from are the same young men that you constantly make excuses for us, why they're getting incarcerated and why they're felons and selling drugs. You's a special kind of ninja. You know why? Because you the ninja that's been brainwashed so much that you believe you special because you made it out the hood. Let me tell you something. I don't care if you filthy rich. In their eyes, you still a ninja. Real talk. And them same young men that you talking about I'm making excuses for, I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just telling you the fact. Maybe they had no other chance. Maybe they had no other opportunity. Maybe they didn't know anything differently because nobody took the time to invest in them. Don't assume because you made it out, because somebody gave you some time, because God blessed you to get out of it, that everybody else is going to have that opportunity. But that's the kind of ninjas we are today, because we look at stuff and say, well, if I'm doing all right, then it's your fault that you're doing bad. Really? Maybe somebody helped your black butt while you was coming up, and that's why you were lucky enough, ninja, to make it out. Not making excuses for these boys. Some of these boys, look, they deserve to go to jail for the things that they're doing. I'm talking about catching them when they're 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, before they get into that lifestyle. Put something back instead of laughing and pointing fingers and saying, oh, we can never say nothing. Look, if you think you can't do nothing, or you think you made it and they don't matter, then go see if you matter to the other folks. I seen you some white paint. You can paint your face white and fit in. Talk like Carlton Banks. Talking to you truth fighters right here, right now. Warren Ballentine Show.
News Talk 1090 AM, WILD, Boston, where information is power.
Welcome back to the Warren Ballentine Show, heard coast to coast and border to border, giving the truth fighters a voice in the call for justice. 877-373-9766. 877-373-9766. Join the truth fighters in full effect right now.
All right, truth fighters. We're still raising money for the kids. Please go to investtf.com. Hit School Fund. If you already donated, thank you. If you can donate some more, we greatly appreciate it. If you haven't donated, then if you feel it in your heart to help these children out, please donate. We're not giving the money to the schools. Let me make this clear. We're not giving it to the school system. We're giving it for activities for the children to expand their thought process, take them out of their communities, let them see a different way of life. Let them see that they don't have to be a ball player, a drug dealer, a rapper just to make it out of the community or to make some money. That's what this is all about. So believe me, I'm not giving no money to no school system, and they ain't gonna do nothing but mess the money up. So you ain't gotta worry about that. The money's gonna be used to help the kids directly, not the school. 877-373-9766. Squad to the phone lines. Let's start off with Tim in Boston, WILD. Thank you for holding Tim, line 6.
Thank you very much. I'm a first-time caller, and I want to say thank you for everything you're doing, and I listen to everything and I'm taking a heart. I mean, I don't agree with everything, but I trust your motivation and I trust your heart. Let's start off with, like you were saying about the church and everything. My grandma always told me, I was raised up in the church, that, you know, God is spiritual, religious is man. And like you said earlier, that, you know, the ones that's not doing the right thing, those are the ones who, you know, taking it hard, but the ones who are doing the right thing, you shouldn't have nothing to worry about. Now, let's get back to the kids. One thing, and I stress this in Massachusetts, and I always say this, the kids is 50% of our population, 100 our future.
Yep.
It's sad that everything that we do is all about how much money I get off a kid.
Yep.
Now, we got a lot of kids, we got a lot of people up here like me. I can speak for myself. I can speak for other guys who volunteer, like when it comes to the Pop Warner football, when it comes to the basketball league. I want to thank everyone who do that, because when you volunteer, you're doing a good job.
That's
but
right.
Also, I want to say to these guys who volunteer and help, take the focus off yourself and put on these kids, because our days is over. We're talking about going to the pros. And,
that's right.
You know,
that's right.
And a lot of people got to understand, they coaching these kids, they think they still going to the pros and doing these other things. Your days is over with. Put your motivation on the kids and show them how to do the right thing. Now, I work in this program right now that's called Student Athlete Rising. The name of the program is Student Athlete Rising. Now, you got to go to class. You cannot play ball, because we teach you how to be a student first and an athlete second. And I tell my kids this. I say, you still want to be in the pros? If you don't make it in the NBA, you can be. You could be a lawyer. You could be an agent. So you can still work your way in there. But it's all not about basketball all the time. And, you know, it's a shame that our kids out here is starving. It's a shame our kids out here is hurting. It makes me feel good when I see a smile on these kids' face. You know, it makes me feel real good, because I did my part of the job. You know, if I can help one kid, I did my job, and that's my motivation.
Tim, I'm almost out of time in this segment, but I want to say this to you before I let you go. Brother, God bless you. You are the kind of man that I love being around. You're the kind of man that our children need to be around. God bless you, and thank you, brother. And I love what you said to me from the very beginning. Look, at the first time caller, I don't always agree with what you say, but I trust your motivation and your heart, and that's the big thing here. And this is what I try to explain to people. Nobody's going to always agree with each other. It's impossible. Your views are going to be different than my views sometimes. But if the heart and the motivation are good, we can get through it and find a solution. Man, I love that call. Love that brother, man. I don't even know the man. I got love for him. Volunteering, teaching our young boys about education. Can't help but love somebody like that. Let's go to Chicago, line 7, Will, right quick. Real Radio, 106.3. What's up, Will?
Good morning, Warren. Good morning to the True Fighter family. Warren, I think what you're doing is an excellent thing. You're raising money to show the kids another way of life. I hope you also tell them that, look, what you see here, you can create for yourself. You don't have to leave your neighborhood and come out here where you're not wanted. You can create this in your own neighborhood and for yourself. Warren, I saw the boys, these were not young men, Warren. These were boys that shot each other. Whoever did the shooting down there in California. These were boys. They weren't men. They were boys. Warren, we as black men have never been taught to love and to respect one another. Yep. We have never been taught. We've been taught to respect our women. We've been taught to respect the other races. Yep. We've been taught to respect older people. But black boys have never been taught to respect themselves. And Warren, you're on the right track of doing it. What you should do is get in contact with people in the broadcasting arena like you are, whether it's playing music on the station or a talk show host or hostess, and tell them, man, I remember in Chicago, you from here, Herb Kent used to say stuff like, it's 10 o'clock, it's curfew time, where are your children?
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
You understand? And
exactly.
Before I go, I have a DVD here about Marvin Gaye from 64 to 68 or whenever it was. I don't know what it is now. But anyway, it was made here in Chicago, and it shows little black boys playing in Washington Park here in Chicago, playing football. That was in the days when little boys played together and not shot one another, man. And Warren, you should get on the other people in broadcasting industry so you guys can reach those people, because they may not be listening to me as a talk show host, but they're listening to you as a music DJ. So, man, tell these boys to put that stuff down. No more West Coast, East Coast rivalry.
Well, I'm out of time, and I'm going to address that when I come back, because there's something going on in media that won't allow people to do this. So I'll talk about that when we come back. And to everybody in Chicago, we'll be there Saturday at Malcolm X College. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, we'll be there all day. Tell you more about that, too, when we come back. Talking to you, Truth Fighters, right here, right now. Warren Ballentine Show.
1090 WILDAF. WILD. Where information is power.
Unity through music. 1090 WILD Boston, a Radio 1 station.
Recently on the Tom Joyner Morning Show.
Good morning, Miss Badu.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are your eyes?
Badu.
Are you blind?
Did your eyes bleed after seeing it the first time?
Yes.
No, Anthony Brown is fine. So.
I want to know, where can I get that blob that was on yours? Because the blob saw everything, and I saw nothing.
Your pixelated blob looked dirty.
It's about real life. It's about real fun. It's the Tom Joyner Morning Show.
Tom Joyner in the morning.
6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. Classic Soul.
1090. The People Station. WILD.
Tune in to Prophet Andre as he delivers the truthful message from the scriptures of the Holy Bible.
Telling you God's words, delivering the real message.
Prophet Andre presents the half-hour program, The Outreach Ministries, Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Only on News Talk 1090 a.m. WILD.
Information is power.
A Tom Joyner Morning Show exclusive. Old school versus new school. The Silk Mixes. Thursday on the TJMS.
Boston. Thank you for still tuning in to the Tom Joyner Morning Show. Weekday mornings. Only on News Talk 1090 AM. WILD.
Don't touch that dial.
Roxbury, Gorgeous, and Mattapan still waking up to the People Station.
Classic soul and R&B.
News Talk.
Need me to call? Wanna make a call? Wanna ride?
Everybody's talking. Tom Joyner in the morning. Warren Ballentine at 10. Al Sharpton Show on the People Station.
Radio station.
1090 AM.
WILD.
Boston, where information is power.
The Osiris Group specializes in providing family stabilization, reunification, and diversion services, preventing children from being removed from the home for Black and Latino families. The Osiris Group provides this support from culturally centered paradigm of healing. We recognize the impact that color, race, and poverty have played on the psychology, physical, and emotional perspectives of families and lens from which their world view is shaped. The Osiris Group is not a clinic. We provide home-based on family support to families who are receiving services from the Department of Social Services, the Department of
Mental Health and the Boston Neighborhood Health Plan, and Beacon Health Strategies. For more information, call 617-442-2002. That's 617-442-2002. Our street address is at 184 Dudley Street in the heart of Roxbury at Dudley Square, or reach us online at www.osirisgroup.org. And join the Osiris Group founders, Deborah and Larry Hickenbottom, live for the 1-hour weekly segment, Family Do Matters, Sundays from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern on 1090 AM WILD Boston, where information is power. Home-based family stabilization services, the Osiris Group.
Hey, Boston. Check out this week's New York Amsterdam news. Log on to amsterdamnews.com and check out for Eleanor Tatum, courtesy of Keeping It Real with the Reverend Al Sharpton, to touch on stories from an African-American perspective.
From home news, sports, business, arts, entertainment, opinions, subscriptions, and more.
Visit amsterdamnews.com for your weekly mailing subscription.
$20 for 6 months, $35 for 1 year.
Listen out for Eleanor Tatum's views, thoughts, and opinions, only on Keeping It Real with the Reverend Al Sharpton, weekday afternoons, 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, only on News Talk 1090 AM WILD Boston, where information is power.
The Black News Roundtable with Eleanor Tatum and the Reverend Al Sharpton every Thursday on Keeping It Real.